What if I told you this wasn't a PS5? This is your phone. The secret isn't the phone, it's this, and I have the top 10 games that demand it. Let's kick off our list with the retro arcade racer, New Star GP. If you grew up playing classic racers or just want a game that hits that perfect sweet spot between arcade fun and serious skill, this is it. It's like finding a perfectly preserved arcade cabinet from the 90s, but with a modern engine under the hood. It has the soul of the classics with the polish of today. What I love is its scalability. Beginners can jump in and have immediate fun, but there's a surprising amount of depth with car upgrades, pit strategy, and mastering the perfect racing lines. And once you connect a controller, the handling is transformed. Touch controls are serviceable, but a controller gives you that refined analog feel. Feathering the throttle through a long corner or making a split-second adjustment to avoid a pileup requires nuance that a simple tap-to-go system can't provide. Every drift is just smoother, making it perfect for both quick races and long championship seasons. It's a perfect example of how a controller adds a layer of precision that touch just can't match. Leaving the racetrack for a deadly dungeon, our number 9 pick is the indie roguelike slasher, Soul Huntress. This one completely surprised me. It's not a massive studio release, but it plays with the polish of a AAA title, especially with a controller. You play as a nimble warrior, dashing through procedurally generated levels, which means no two runs are ever the same. You're constantly slaying enemies, unlocking new skills, and chasing that perfect loot drop. It has an addictive, tight roguelike loop, where every run feels rewarding, even if you fail. The action is incredibly fast, and touch controls just can't keep up. It's like a blender of action. You're constantly moving, slashing, and dodging, turning every room into a cyclone of blades and particle effects. With a controller, it just clicks. The combos, the dodges, the flow, it all comes together seamlessly. Visually, it's sharp and clean, and mechanically, it's incredibly tight. This game absolutely deserves more attention. If you discover a hidden gem like this, do you keep it to yourself or tell everyone? Let me know your gamer philosophy below. After all that intense action, let's slow things down for our number 8 spot. This is one you probably didn't expect. The charming narrative adventure, Shin-chan, Me and the Professor on Summer Vacation. Based on the beloved anime, this game is so much more than fan service. It's a game about soaking in the little moments, fishing, exploring a quaint town, helping neighbors, and uncovering a surprisingly emotional story. Playing this feels like taking a warm, lazy summer vacation inside a Studio Ghibli film. It's not about winning, it's about experiencing the world. The hand-drawn art is gorgeous, and the pacing is intentionally slow, almost meditative. What really caught me off guard was how polished it feels with a controller. Movement, interactions, and minigames are all incredibly intuitive. This is the kind of game you play to unplug and just vibe for a few hours. A controller makes strolling through town and casting a fishing line feel that much more relaxing. If you could live inside any game world for a week, which one would you pick for a relaxing vacation? Share your dream virtual getaways in the comments. From a peaceful summer vacation to a penance-filled nightmare, coming in at number 7 is the Gothic Soulslike Platformer, Blasphemous. What a brutal pilgrimage this is. If you enjoy Gothic horror and punishing, deliberate gameplay, this is your new obsession. It's a grim fusion of the action RPG, Dark Souls, and the classic platformer, Castlevania, wrapped in stunning pixel art that is equal parts disturbing and captivating. The combat feels like a heavy, methodical dance. It's not about speed, but about timing and commitment, like a bullfighter facing a monstrous, divine beast. Playing this with a controller is not just recommended, it's essential. You need that tactile feedback for dodging brutal attacks and the responsiveness for landing precise parries and strikes. This is one of those rare games that feels incredible to master. Every victory feels earned. Mobile doesn't water it down one bit. It respects your time and, more importantly, your skill. It's a testament to the fact that a true challenge can live in your pocket. From fighting demons in 2D, we now leap into a vast 3D world to fight dinosaurs. Our number 6 pick is an absolute beast of a game, the Dinosaur Survival Sandbox, ARK, Survival Evolved Mobile. This isn't just a game, it's a prehistoric life simulator. It's like being dropped into Jurassic Park, but you're the one who has to build the fences, tame the raptors, and try not to become a T-Rex's afternoon snack. It's incredibly ambitious for mobile, but it works. And with a controller, it feels so much closer to its PC and console counterpart. Building a complex base requires precise placement. Taming a creature requires you to aim and shoot while running for your life. A controller makes these complex, multi-input actions manageable, whereas on touch, it's a frantic fumble. Just keep in mind, this game is heavy. You'll need a high-end device for the best experience. But if survival games are your thing, this is the deepest, most immersive one you will find on mobile today. Trading Dinosaurs for Cyborgs, our number 5 game, takes us from primitive survival to futuristic warfare. The looter-shooter space ninja sim, Warframe. Yes, that Warframe, the lightning-fast, incredibly deep game that's been a titan on PC and consoles for years. It's finally available on iOS and is slated for an imminent Android release. I was deeply skeptical. How could a game with this much complexity, parkour-like movement, ability management, and precision shooting not be a complete nightmare on mobile? The answer is incredible optimization and, crucially, a controller. With a gamepad, it plays like an absolute dream. The mobility is slick, the gunplay is tight, and you are getting the complete, undiluted Warframe experience. Trying to bullet jump, aim, and cast your abilities at the same time is like trying to conduct a symphony with just 2 fingers on a glass screen. But with a controller, it becomes a perfectly choreographed dance of destruction. Just be warned, this is a demanding game. Android users, hang in there. It is absolutely worth the wait. From futuristic space ninjas, we're diving back into classic fantasy. At number 4 is the open-world dungeon crawler RPG, Ninth Dawn Remake. If you are craving a massive, old-school RPG that doesn't hold your hand, this is one of the best on mobile. Think of it as a top-down blend of the open-world RPG, Skyrim, and the loot-based RPG, Diablo. You get a huge open world, deep crafting systems, intense dungeon crawling, and mountains of gear. This game is a digital treasure chest. You open it expecting a simple RPG, but inside, you find a sprawling world that feels endless. What impressed me most was how seamless the combat and inventory management feel with a controller. It elevates the entire experience from a mobile game to a full-fledged console RPG. When your screen is already filled with stats, a map, and loot, adding virtual buttons is just clutter. A controller cleans up the screen and lets you focus on the adventure, making navigating menus a breeze instead of a chore. It's a passion project through and through, and it absolutely shows. While Ninth Dawn gives us a massive world from above, our third-place game pulls you deep into a beautiful, side-scrolling kingdom. It's a game that is, in every sense of the word, a masterpiece. The Indie Metroidvania Masterpiece, Hollow Knight. Now, you won't find this on the official app stores, but for those willing to grab the APK from a trusted source, you are in for an unforgettable journey. Exploring the world of Hollowness is like navigating a beautiful, forgotten kingdom from a dark fairy tale trikes. Every corner holds either a profound secret or a swift death. I've poured hours into this on console, and the fact that it runs this flawlessly on mobile with full controller support is mind-boggling. It feels natural, responsive, and honestly, don't even think about trying this with touch controls. This is a game of milliseconds and pixel-perfect precision. The inputs required to pogo jump off an enemy's head while dodging 3 projectiles is something touch controls simply cannot deliver. What's the one boss that almost made you quit a game? Let me know in the comments. If you crave the kind of tight, skill-based challenge that Hollow Knight provides, our runner-up delivers it with a completely different flavor. Taking the number 2 spot is the Dark Fantasy Roguelike, Warm Snow. And wow, this game is criminally underrated. It's a dark fantasy action game inspired by Chinese mythology, and its combat is fast, flashy, and deeply rewarding. The combat is like a deadly ballet of swords and magic. You slice through waves of enemies using mystical flying swords and powerful spells. And it never gets old. The visuals are clean and stylish, with a moody atmosphere that pulls you right in. Controller support here is absolutely fantastic. It's responsive, snappy, and gives you the precision you need for the tougher boss fights. With dozens of enemies on screen, you need 360-degree control over your movement and aiming. A controller's analog stick provides that fluid precision that a fixed D-pad on a touchscreen just can't match. If you love games like the roguelike, Hades, Warm Snow will feel right at home. But if you're looking for the absolute final boss of mobile gaming challenges, our #1 game is here. It's the 1930s run-and-gun platformer, Cuphead. This game hardly needs an introduction, but seeing it run on mobile with full controller support is still mind-blowing. Like Hollow Knight, it's not on the official app stores, but the APK is out there for the dedicated. The animation is stunning, the music is unforgettable, and the boss fights are pure chaos. But I cannot stress this enough. Playing with a controller is mandatory. Every boss fight is like a final exam you didn't study for, demanding absolute perfection. Trying to beat it with touch controls isn't a challenge. It's just pain. It's like trying to perform surgery with oven mitts. A controller is your scalpel. With a controller, every dodge, jump, and parry feels tight and responsive. It is the ultimate argument for why physical controls will always triumph for high-skill games. If you are looking for the absolute pinnacle of challenge on mobile, the crown jewel is, without a doubt, Cuphead. If this list helped you find your next obsession, do us a solid and hit that subscribe button. We're on a mission to uncover the best games you're not playing. Ring that bell so you don't miss our next deep dive.